Hey guys, what's up? My name is Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be chatting about some of my current favorite items. Some of them have been favorites for a long time, but these are just the things that are in my rotation frequently right now because I don't want to stop using them. I know a lot of people had requested to see my current faves over on my IG, so I thought today we would just chat about that. If that sounds good to you, be sure to stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell before you leave just so that you're notified of all my future uploads. And be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Yeah, let's just... I wasn't really sure like how many items I should put in this. I picked like, I don't know, 12 to 15. Just things that I've been reaching for pretty consistently, which if you're coming from IG, then you probably see these items pretty darn frequently. The first thing I thought I would start with is lips. I have two lip products that I've really been loving and reaching for on the regular. Well, I guess, okay, let's say I have three. I'm already all over the place. But we'll start with the Becca Cosmetics Lippies. I received one of these in PR. I received the Dune shade. And originally, I really wasn't like a big fan of the shade on myself. It depends on the level of tan I have to how good it looks. So I didn't really use it, and I've rediscovered it, and I've been wearing this shade and the shade Souffle pretty much nonstop. The formula is super comfortable. I love the shades that I have. The packaging is really nice. I do know that Becca is going out of business, so I was able to snag my additional one for half off. Not sure if you can still find them anywhere, but these two are lip products that I find myself reaching for very frequently as of late. The next one is going to be the Tarte H2O Gloss. I know they like just repackaged these, but this is still new to my collection. This is so good. If you saw my lipstick declutter, you know that I freaking love this. I don't know what it is. The shade is literally perfect for my skin tone. It's like a Your Lips but better moment. The formula is comfortable. It's thick, but it's not like slippery or gooey tacky. Like, I don't even have the words. It's perfect. It is my ideal gloss. And honestly, I will probably keep my eye out on shades and pick some more of these up because it's literally just so good. It's like my go-to whenever I'm like, okay, I want a quick gloss moment. I throw this on. Really good. Love. I also am thinking about maybe I'll do like some of my holy grail items in a video. That'd be fun. If you're interested in that, leave it below. I thought about that because the Dose of Colors concealer is definitely a holy grail for me. My friend Ashley recommended this to me. I don't know how many months ago it was now. Probably at least 5 or 6. I'm currently the shade Light Medium. And I love this stuff, you guys. Like, I was on a concealer hunt forever and a half. Like, it was literally so ridiculous how long I looked for a good concealer. And I love this one. It does oxidize a bit. I'll let you know that now. But I don't really experience any creasing. It's not like super drying on me or anything. So definitely glad to have this. And yeah, I use it every day. So it's always in the rotation. The next product is going to be from Auric. This is my Glow Lust. She just released a more neutral toned Morganite shade that I am very excited for. I will probably pick that up when we get closer to the winter months because this is a bit warm for me when I am on my winter skin tone, which, I mean, I'm barely not my winter skin tone right now. Let's be real. Haven't really gotten a tan. I don't know what's happening. But I have the OG Morganite. I literally use this almost every single day. I love it. I used it today. And like, it just gives me the most like glowy, dewy base. But I don't feel like, in my opinion, that I look super shiny or oily or anything like that. and it's just so comfortable, easy to spread. You can put powder over it, liquid over it, whatever. It's really just, I love it. And I will continue to repurchase it. It's so good. I love it. The next item, let's see. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Let's do the bronzer. Okay. So the next one that had been heavily in my rotation is my Tower 28 bronzer. This one is in the shade West Coast. I obviously have been using this. I rotated it out recently to give some of my other creams, my other cream bronzers love. And I think I've hit pan in all my cream bronzers. So I put this back out on my vanity because I'm going to start using this again. I missed it. I want to use it. So I put it back out on my vanity, but this is a good one. For me, it's easy for me to build this up very easily to put it under like a powder foundation. It's also easily sheared out as well. If you have like the e.l.f. stipple brush, that's what I like to use for this. But yeah, I love this. Honestly, it's just such a nice, gorgeous, warm shade. It is a bit deep for me in the winter, so you already know I'm going to be going hard on it this summer. That's the plan. I also have a blush from Honest Beauty. I'm sure you guys are shooketh if you saw my blush declutter. This one is in the shade Peony Pink. It's currently in my rotation. I'm just doing like a pan that cream project on my own, like project, but it's like just something that I'm doing to try to get better use out of my creams. This one is in the shade Peony Pink. I love this shade. No, I didn't wear this one today. But I really love this and I'm trying to get more use out of it. But this is a favorite. Honest Beauty, they were my first cream blushes and I was terrified of cream blush. Sometimes I still get a little bit nervous when I try a new one. But honestly, this is so beginner friendly. It's so easy to manipulate with your hands or with your brush. I wear this on bare skin all the time in the summer. It is just such a gorgeous formulation, not to mention it's super affordable. So I highly recommend these. This one would be another, like, that's why I think I'm just going to do a Holy Grail video. But this is one that is in my current rotation that I am loving. And speaking of blush, Phytosurgence, let me tell you. This one is in the shade Smolder. It's like a whipped texture, whipped moussey texture. It's the one I have on today. I had it put on under my powder foundation. These are very, very pigmented, folks. Very. You've been warned, very. But this has been in my rotation because it's like just the best like tone. Like the blush tone is so perfect on me in my opinion. This is the only blush I used for like 2 weeks and I was like, okay, I need to rotate something else in. And then today I started going back to it. It is just, man, it is so pretty. So yeah, this is definitely a current favorite of mine, I would say. And then along with that is also going to be the Spectral Shine from Phytosurgence. I have the shade Dew of Dawn. And mine's a little bit more hard pressed because when I received it, it was warm. And then I put it in the fridge and I think it kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like solidified it more than the normal texture it is. Normally it's a little bit more whipped, but either way, I love this formulation. This one is going to be too deep for me in the winter for sure. I'm going to pick up the lighter shade, but this just adds the most gorgeous golden like dew to your face. It's something I just take like a stipple brush with and I apply it like all over the cheek. But yeah, really loving this right now. It's like, you know, a full summer moment, Had to pause there because I just like hacked my lung up. This weather is crazy. It is messing with my allergies so bad. Ugh. So anyways, the next product that I've really been loving because I have really been enjoying the application of cream products first and then applying a powder foundation over the top. I've really been loving that kind of combination and application technique. And I've been using a lot of powdered foundation. This is just example of one I have. Well, I just finished one, so I have two of these. But this is the Tarte Shape Tape Pressed Powder foundation. I love this. This is what I have on right now. You can't judge right here because I blow my nose literally all the fucking time. All the time. But that is what I use today. And I mean, this makeup has been on, it's like 3 o'clock now, like 6 hours, I think 6-7 hours. And it still looks really good. This just holds everything in really well, provides a nice amount of coverage, but you can still see the creams underneath pulling through. And currently, yeah, with that application method, like, I love this powdered foundation. Sometimes it will go on sale in Ulta, and that's like when I try to pick it up. I was going to try a new one, but a wise woman told me don't fix it if it's not broke. So we're just going to keep on picking this little baddie up. But yeah, this is in my current favorites rotation. I love this. Another one I recently rolled in is going to be from Soul Body, which is ColourPop's like sister brand or whatever. I have the shade Pink Champagne. If you recall, this was in my highlight declutter, and I was like kind of on the fence. I was thinking about decluttering it, but I was like, oh, I want to give it some more use first. And I was able to hit pan on it. I don't know if you guys can see over there. And since I have been using this every day, like that is what I have over there. It's so pretty. The formula is like, it's kind of like that putty formula they have, but like not at, like it's flexible. The formula is flexible, we'll say that. But it's literally so pretty because it has those pink champagne like reflex. That's what I have on the tip of my nose. It's a really good formula. These are really affordable. The compact, first of all. Like, this is what I need to take with me to do my makeup anywhere if I'm traveling. But yeah, I've really been loving this lately. It's been in my rotation on full blast, which there for a while I wasn't wearing like any highlighter at all because I was creating such a dude base. But yeah, I've been reaching for this and I love it and I really enjoy it, and I'm glad that she's getting the moment she deserves. Okay, she's sitting in a drawer. The next one is newer to me, but bruh, if you have a neutral undertone or you cannot shade match for shit, you actually need this. This is the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. Let me tell you, I've used this with my ColourPop foundation. I've used it with my Laura Mercier tint. I've also used it with my e.l.f. camo, CC cream, whatever. And oh my gosh, it's literally so good. I have a neutral undertone, and if you do too, then you probably know a lot of brands don't carry like a wide array of neutral undertone. So I'm always having to get something that's like way too light for me or like way too dark for me. And the issue is that the undertone is so warm that it doesn't even matter if it's too light. The undertone is so warm that it creates like an orange look because I have a neutral undertone. Literally about to cough again. Send hope. But with this, I can literally, because I find myself, you know, using this little thing to mix foundations anyway to try to get a better shade for myself. But I can do a pump of foundation, a pump of this, mix it, and oh my gosh, the foundation will match me, you guys. It is insane. Like, if you're thinking I'm being over the top right now, I'm not. I was legit blown the fuck away. I was blown away, and this is only like $9. So yeah, if you pick up anything from this video, if you have neutral undertone, this needs to be what you get. It is, yeah, it's just so good. Like, I am so annoyed that I hadn't picked it up sooner because like this ColourPop foundation, this one is in the shade Light 60 N. Ha. This is deep and it has a warm undertone. Even though it says it doesn't, it pulls so warm on me. And I'm about to hear in it, but now I'll be able to use it so much easier with the mixing pigment. I also used it in my like Wet n Wild tinted hydrator. So far, it's mixed really well with everything I've paired it with. It hasn't changed like the wear time or the formula. All it's done is change the undertone and the color so that it actually matches me. But yeah, I'll stop rambling about this, but fuck, this is so good. So good. Then I have, this is a little different. I want to talk about a few brushes, some tools that I haven't been able to part with that I really love, that I really think that, you know, have been game changers in my routine. The first one is going to be the e.l.f. small stipple brush. I actually have 4 of these now. It is so good for cream products. It has changed my cream product game. It creates a much easier application if you're going like, you know, directly in with the product and applying. And then also if you want to apply it with your finger, stamp it on and then blend it out with the stipple brush. It just, like, I don't know how to describe it, you guys. It's just a game changer when it comes to blending your cream products. So if you're a cream product lover, you need it. e.l.f. small stipple brush. So good. I also have the domed stipple. I don't use this one as much. I typically will use this one in the Spectral Shine. I usually just take it, whoosh it around in here, and then apply it all over the cheek. But I like the smaller ones because you can be more detailed with your placement and your blending. So yeah, really love the e.l.f. stipple brushes. They are good. The next ones I want to chat about are going to be the Rare Beauty complexion brushes. If you know me from Instagram, I raved about this until literally the cows came home. I love this brush. You can swipe it, you can pat it, like whatever, and it's so great for getting up in these like corners and in these corners, and like this is a game changer for concealer. I never use a concealer sponge anymore. I just don't. Like, I like the way that this applies, plus it's less maintenance. You don't have to wet it, whatever. It's so good. Really soft, dense, like, oh, so good. And then I more recently acquired the foundation brush that I've been eyeing forever. And honestly, it's just as good as the concealer brush. This blends out my foundation so well. If you do it like this, or if you tap it, whatever, however you want to do it, this blends things out seamlessly. I don't get lines. If I need to clean them, I will sometimes get lines, but then I can fix it by just going, like, patting it out. So, I don't know. These brushes are good. I highly recommend them. I know we don't often think about tools, but it can really change the application game as well as, you know, your technique with applying them. But yeah, I really love these brushes, and they're the 3 that, like, if I'm going to recommend a brush to anyone, like, these are the 3 that I will be recommending. They are bomb.com. And then honestly, like, for as much freaking eyeshadow as I have, there's not like a newer palette per se that's like I can't stop reaching for it. Like, I did use my Laura Lee Candy Skies. I did a whole review on it. It's up on my channel if you want to check it out. But I did use this. I did like 5 looks in a row with it. Really loved it. And I was like testing it out and stuff. But then honestly, I was excited to get back to my PTP. And I mean, I know that you guys might think like, oh, like, this is boring. You know, we've seen this palette so many times, and like, that's okay if you feel that way. But I think that it just speaks so much to the quality of the palette, the range of the palette, and the versatility, and the formulation, because even though I've been working pretty fucking hard on this all year, by this time last year, I couldn't even look at my PTP. I couldn't even look at it. But the fact that when I don't use this for like a couple days, I'm like wanting to reach for it, I think that that says a lot about the quality of this palette and the versatility. Because yeah, is it fun to use my other palettes that I have? And should I? Yeah, I should. But when I'm using multiple palettes for more than a couple days, I'm like, okay, I want to do a look with my Tati palette. Like, that's what I want to reach for. So that's why I wanted to include that in this, because even though it's in a project, it is still the palette that I consistently want to use and want to reach for. And yeah, I'm honestly just so blown away by that because, like I said, last year my PTP lasted 2 months, couldn't look at it for 8 months, and then I used it for the last 2 months of the year. So this has been a completely different experience for me. Also, that shade doesn't go there. I put it in there from another palette. The shade that goes here is actually empty, but yeah, so that's why I wanted to include it because it's still one that I consistently am reaching for. I do think it's still available, to be honest with you guys, and I can't recommend it enough. It's a favorite. It's a staple. When I do hit Pan and Everyone, I am going to give it a little bit of a break, but considering I want to continue reaching for it, I'm sure it's still going to be getting a lot of use. So that's why I wanted to include this. But yeah, I wanted to try to encompass like a wide variety and range of like products, kind of in different categories for this video. I hope you guys like it. If you did, be sure to let me know if this is something, you know, you would want to see periodically, like, you know, what are my current faves, stuff like that. Like, these are the current faves of now. Typically, this changes, like, you know, every few months as I'm getting new products and things like that. But as of right now, these are definitely my favorites. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna stop rambling and let you guys go now. But yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and yeah, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the things, and I'll see you in the next one.